We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Okay, so like today we're going to do a deep dive into like all this stuff about Kyrie Irving, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy how much is going on.
Yeah.
We've got like news articles, we've got stuff trending online, and like everybody is talking about him. And like it seems like there are three main things that keep coming up, right? So like first, there's all this talk about him maybe being injured again, and then there's all these rumors about him being traded, and of course, like everyone is always watching his game stats to see how he's doing, you know?
Right.
So yeah, what's the deal with Kyrie?
Well, one thing that really jumps out at me is just how many people are searching for Kyrie Irving injury online. Like, clearly you guys are really worried about what's going on with him, right?
Yeah.
And then when you see like how many times Kyrie Irving ankle is popping up, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
People are really focused on that.
It's like everyone is like holding their breath,
Yeah.
and just waiting to see if like it's going to be another one of those situations,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because like he has had some pretty serious injuries in the past, so it's understandable that fans would be nervous about that.
For sure, for sure. And speaking of injuries, we saw some searches for Kings versus Mavericks, like that game and the player stats and stuff.
Right.
But was Kyrie even playing in that game?
That's actually a really interesting point because when you look at the stats for that game, like he's not even mentioned.
Ah.
And that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Like if he was supposed to play and then didn't, then of course fans are going to start wondering what's going on.
Right. Like, where is he? What happened?
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got like this injury mystery going on, but then things get even more interesting when we start seeing Luka Doncic popping up in searches alongside Kyrie Irving. Like, what do you think is going on there? Is it about like how they play together on the court?
Oh, yeah, it definitely could be. Remember like the Mavericks like really shook things up to get Kyrie on the team? So it makes sense that fans would be curious about how those two are working together, right?
Totally.
But then we also see searches for Nico Harrison and Kyrie Irving contract.
Oh, wow.
And that kind of adds a whole other layer to everything.
For sure. For those who might not know, like, can you remind us who Nico Harrison is and why that's important?
Yeah, so Nico Harrison is the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks.
Gotcha.
So when you see his name connected to Kyrie's contract, it kind of makes you think that fans are already looking ahead to the future, you know? Like what happens next?
Yeah.
Because if Kyrie is injured, especially if it's serious, then that could have like a huge impact on contract negotiations and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The plot thickens.
Right.
Okay. And then to make things even more interesting, there's also this whole thing with Bol trending online.
Oh, yeah?
Like alongside all this other stuff about Kyrie. Are fans like already trying to figure out different scenarios for the team roster?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. You know, it seems like with all these searches, you guys are like putting together a puzzle. Trying to figure out what's going on with Kyrie's health and his future with the team and how all of that affects the Mavericks' strategy overall.
Yeah.
And like the whole Bol thing, even though it might seem a little far-fetched, it just shows how fans are considering all the different possibilities, right?
That's so true.
Yeah.
So basically, we've got a whole bunch of fans who are worried about Kyrie and trying to figure out what's happening with his injury.
Yeah.
But it's not just about whether he's hurt or not, right? It's also about his role on the team and what's going to happen with his contract and how all of this affects the Mavericks.
Exactly. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, given how little information there is about the injury and how much focus there is on the Mavericks roster, is this deep dive more about Kyrie's health or about his future with the team?
That is like the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's way more to this story than we initially thought. So, yeah, keep digging, everyone, and see what other clues you can find.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.